This would start one day with Goku, who would be called by Zeno to go to his planet so he could play with him. Goku would go without problems and would stay with him for a long time. "It's very fun to play with you, Goku," Zeno would say, happy. "I also like to play with you, but do you know what would be more entertaining?" Goku would ask. Tell me, Zeno would say, excited. Meanwhile, Grand Priest, who was present, watched Goku carefully. "A new power tournament," Goku would propose. "What are you up to?" Grand Priest would ask, upset. "But why another tournament? If there was already one, another would not be funny," Zeno would answer without much enthusiasm. "But this would be different. We would only be a fighter for each universe of the 12 universes," Goku would propose. "Think of it like this, the 12 universes competing for who has the best warrior. Of course, you have to promise that you will not disappear any universe." "That sounds very interesting. I like the idea," Zeno would say. "I will go to Earth to train. When you have everything ready, let me know," Goku would say. Goku would retire from the planet of Zeno, leaving him alone with Grand Priest. Grand Priest, organize everything for a tournament of the 12 most powerful warriors of the 12 universes, Zeno would order. "As you command, my lord," Grand Priest would answer. Grand Priest was upset. He did not like the confidence that Goku had with Zeno, and much less that he suggested another power tournament. "I must do something to prevent another tournament from taking place," Grand Priest would think. Meanwhile, Goku would arrive on Earth. He would give the news to Vegeta about the tournament. "Kakarot, you're an idiot. You left me out," Vegeta would say, angry. "It is that the tournament is a warrior by universe. I'm sorry," Goku laughed. "And that has to be the most powerful. But I'm stronger than you," Vegeta would say, upset. "Well, go tell Zeno," Goku laughed. And when he heard that, Vegeta would leave Goku alone when he left furious. Hours later, Goku would enter the time room to be able to train before the tournament. "Very well, my new goal will be to master the Ultra Instinct," Goku would think. Within the time room, a few months would pass. While on Earth, only hours had passed. Grand Priest was observing the Earth from afar. "So that's where Goku lives," Grand Priest would say. "Then I see that I explained to Zeno. For now, I will get rid of him." Grand Priest would raise his index finger. He would create a small ball of ki that would grow to be as big as the planet Earth. Bulma was on the terrace of her house, seeing a strange celestial body that grew in the sky. "Vegeta, come see this!" he would call Bulma, terrified. Vegeta would arrive at the moment. The sky would light up, blinding everyone on Earth. "Are they attacking Earth?" Vegeta would wonder, surprised. Vegeta would fly to the top of the sky, but would be blinded by the ball of Grand Priest. Grand Priest would launch his attack finally. Vegeta could do nothing. All the Earth would disappear in a blink. The ball of ki, even after swallowing the Earth, would hit the sun, destroying the entire galaxy. Meanwhile, Goku was training inside the Room of Time where everything happened slowly. "What's going on?" Goku would wonder when he noticed something strange there. The walls inside the Room of Time would begin to shine. Little by little, the entire Room of Time would be covered in light, until Goku would be completely blinded. Then Goku would open his eyes. He felt strange. "Where am I?" Goku would wonder. Then Goku would see his hands. They were smaller than before. "It cannot be! I shrunk!" Goku would say, but with a more acute voice. "My voice! What happened to my voice?" Goku would continue to say without understanding what was happening. "Did you hear that?" Ginny would ask. Bardock and Ginny were with the transport capsule in their hand. Goku was inside, but he was just a child. Bardock would support the capsule on the ground. Between the two, they would see Goku inside. "I thought he couldn't speak," Bardock would say, amazed. "Hey, who are you and why do you have me locked up here?" Goku would ask. "He learned to speak suddenly," Ginny would say, surprised. "What do you mean suddenly? I always knew how to speak. Answer, why did you lock me up?" Goku would say, upset. Bardock and Ginny did not know what to say. Both were dumbstruck by the amazement that their little son could speak so fluently. "Hey, get me out of here!" Goku would demand. "Quick, Ginny, we have to send him to Earth as soon as possible," Bardock would say when supporting the ship on the ground. "What do you mean to Earth? Where are we?" Goku would ask, and Bardock would operate the ship, and it would start to fly. "Damn, what the hell is going on?" Goku would ask, losing his patience. Goku would raise his ki, destroying the capsule completely. "No, Kakarot!" Ginny would scream, terrified, believing that the capsule had exploded by itself and had destroyed her son. But it was not that. It had been the same Goku. After a few seconds, Bardock and Ginny would see Goku descend slowly. "Are you going to tell me what's going on or not?" Goku would ask furiously. And Ginny would faint from the impression while Bardock was trying to help her. "Genie," Bardock would say when assisting her. "Hey, you're just like me," Goku would say when appreciating Bardock in detail. "Kakarot, what's going on with you?" Bardock would ask, terrified. "Why do you call me Kakarot?" Goku would ask, curious. "Because that's your name. You're my son," Bardock would say. "Your son?" Goku would ask, terrified. Goku remembered the strange event in the Room of Time. He understood that something had happened there that led him there. "So this is the planet Vegeta," Goku would say. "You are too young to know. What happened to you?" "I now remember. Vegeta told me that they sent me to Earth in a capsule before the planet Vegeta exploded because of Frieza," Goku would think. "So you are my father," Goku would say, with a strange seriousness that he would terrify his father. "I don't know how to tell you, but I come from the future," Goku would explain. Genie would open her eyes with difficulty. She would see her son in front of her. "Kakarot?" Genie would ask, confused. "Tell me something. Did you send me in that capsule to Earth because Frieza plans to destroy the planet Vegeta?" Goku would say, seriously. "Why do you speak with so much use of reason?" Bardock would ask. "And how is that you come from the future?" "I don't know exactly, but I think I revived with my memories and powers. Something must have happened on Earth while I was in the Room of Time," Goku would explain. "You speak as if you knew too much. This is very strange, but for some reason I trust you," Bardock would say with a proud smile. "Just take me with Frieza. I'll finish him," Goku would say. "Son, don't say those things," Ginny would say, worried. "Frieza's power is overwhelming. No one has seen him fight seriously," Bardock would warn. "I did kill him twice in the future," Goku would say. "That's absurd," Bardock would answer. "No one could kill Frieza. I am the Saiyan who feared him so much, I swear," Goku would say. "Prove it," he demanded his father Bardock. "Well, but move away. It can be dangerous for you," Goku would ask that of his parents. Bardock and Ginny would move a few meters away to give distance to Goku. "Now, pay attention. This is the Super Saiyan," Goku would say. Goku, despite being small, would increase his ki by transforming into Super Saiyan. Bardock would put his radar on, but it would explode instantly. "It's incredible! His fighting power surpassed the radar," Bardock would say.
"But how strong is he?" Ginny would ask, amazed. "The radar can read up to 170,000 fighting power. That's the level of Ginyu," Bardock mentioned. "Do you mean the Special Forces, Ginyu?" Goku would ask. "Those 5 are clowns. I also finished them in the future." "Still, you can't finish Frieza," Bardock said. "But this is not all my power," Goku would say. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan Phase 2. "This is the Super Saiyan Phase 2. It's like the previous phase, but more powerful," Goku would say. "It's amazing," Bardock would say, amazed. Then, Goku would transform into Super Saiyan Phase 3, with his longest hair. "This is the Phase 3. It's more powerful, but it uses a lot of energy. That's why I stopped using it," Goku would explain. "Another transformation?" Bardock would ask, amazed. "Do you have any more?" "I can also use the ki of a god," Goku would say. Goku would return to his basic form. He would try to use the God phase, but it was impossible. How strange. I can't use the God phase, Goku would say, disappointed. Maybe it's because I have such a small body. I don't understand that about the God phase, Bardock would say, since he didn't know about those topics. It doesn't matter. You take me with Frieza and let's save the planet beautiful, Goku would say, excited. I don't know. I wouldn't like to expose my son to someone so cruel, Bardock would say, analyzing the idea. Is that it, or will Frieza destroy the planet beautiful? Goku would say. Goku would feel Frieza's ki, since it was approaching his ship. It's here, Goku would say when looking at the sky. I can feel Frieza's ki. It's much weaker. Kakarot, I can't believe you. I just saw your power, but I don't understand that you come from the future, Bardock would say, surprised. I was training in a place where time flows differently. I think someone attacked the Earth, Goku would say, until he was interrupted by something he remembered. It's true, the power tournament, Goku would say, seriously. What tournament? Jinne would ask. Grand Priest, Goku would say, furious, by raising his ki. Goku had remembered Grand Priest's strange expression when he asked Zeno to organize a new power tournament. Is it possible that Grand Priest would destroy the Earth while he was in the Room of Time? Goku would ask. Who is Grand Priest? Bardock would ask, confused. That doesn't matter. Now I have to take care of Frieza, Goku would say. Goku would stay with his parents that night while he would inform them of how the future had been and his fight against Frieza. The next day, the screams of several inhabitants would be heard. A large ball of ki was seen in the sky. It's Frieza, Goku would say. Frieza was outside his ship. He had created a large ball of ki to destroy the planet Vegeta. Goku would fly high in the sky to stop the attack. This time, I will remedy all the damage you did to the Saiyans, Goku would say when he put his hands together to prepare a Kamehameha. Bardock, I'm scared, Jinne would say, worried about her son. Don't worry, I trust our son, Bardock smiled. The ball of ki was close to reaching the planet Vegeta, but Goku would unleash his attack. When he launched his Kamehameha, Frieza's attack would disappear completely, while Frieza from space would see a large ray of energy coming out of the planet. What was that? Furious Frieza would ask. Great Frieza, there are readings of someone with a fighting power that surpasses the Tracers, Dodoria warned. It's not possible, Frieza would say, upset, while he thought about the legend of the Super Saiyan. Frieza would put his hands together and attack with a large ray of ki, more powerful than his previous attack. But again, his attack would be rejected by another Goku Kamehameha. I see. I'll have to assist personally, Frieza would say, upset. Son, that was fantastic, Bardock would say, happy. Frieza is approaching here, Goku warned. Tell the inhabitants to stay away. It could be dangerous for them. Bardock and Jinne would warn all the inhabitants that Frieza would reach the planet. Thanks to Goku's feat, everyone would trust him, and they had withdrawn from the place. Frieza's ship would finally descend, and Frieza would leave the interior, and Goku would reach him. What are you doing here, boy? Frieza would ask with a smile. Frieza would use his radar to detect his level of power, but the radar would explode. It can't be. Who are you? You should know already, or not. I'm the Super Saiyan you fear so much. I came to kill you, Frieza. This time you won't get away with it. Goku shouted that, and he looked very angry. This time he was willing to kill Frieza mercilessly to save his parents and the planet Vegeta. Frieza was in front of Goku. He would remember the legend of the Super Saiyan. Even so, he did not fear him, but he did not want to run the risk that the Saiyan child he had in front of him would grow in the future. Your fighting level is amazing, but it's not enough for me, Frieza would say when he pointed at Goku when he carried ki on his finger. Without Frieza realizing it, Goku was already in front of him. He was holding his wrist. Impossible, Frieza would say, terrified. Goku would push Frieza away with a kick in his chest. "Get out of here and leave the planet Vegeta alone," Goku would order. "You are not who to tell me what to do," Frieza would say, when he went to Goku and throw him away with a fist blow. Goku would be dragged several meters away, but he would stand up as if nothing. "It can't be. He should have died," Frieza would think, surprised. "Now that I think about it, if I kill Frieza, he won't help me in the Tournament of Strength. But if I leave him alive, he will attack my parents," Goku would think. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan. Frieza was terrified by what he saw. "It's not true," Frieza would say, furious. Frieza would use his definitive form without thinking twice about it. He knew that the rival he had in front of him was not to underestimate him. "You have the honor of being the first to know my true form," Frieza smiled proudly. Goku would look back. He saw Jinnei and Bardock hiding behind some rocks. They watched the fight. "It's decided," Goku would say. Goku would throw himself with everything towards Frieza. He would arrive with a punch straight in his stomach that would leave him out of combat. And Frieza would faint when he fell to the ground. "I don't like doing things this way, but I have no choice," Goku would say when exterminated Frieza with a ki attack. "Son, you did it!" Bardock would say when he arrived with Jinnei. "My son, you are a miracle for the planet Vegeta," Jinnei would say in tears. "What will happen to Vegeta now?" Goku would say seriously. He ignored his parents since he was aware of all the changes that were happening. "I have to go," Goku would say. "Go? Where?" Jinnei would ask, worried. "Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. But I have to solve some issues," Goku would explain. "All this is very strange, but I can't deny it. You just saved the planet," Bardock would answer. "Son, we'll be waiting for you." Goku would take his fingers to his forehead and perform the teleportation. "He disappeared," Jinnei would say, amazed. Goku would arrive to the planet Yardrat. He would be received with great astonishment by the Yardrats because they saw him use a technique he learned from them. "Who taught you to use that technique?" a Yardrat would ask, terrified. "You," Goku smiled. "It's something difficult to explain. I need to see the Grand Elder Guru." Goku would be taken to the Grand Elder Guru, the Yardrat that led the planet. Goku would explain what had happened and that for him, he had already been on that planet, although for them it was the first time they saw Goku.
"I think I understand what happened," the Yardrat would say. "By eliminating the planet Earth with a room of time inside, a crack was created in space-time. Since inside the room, time flows differently." "And what does that mean?" Goku would ask, curious. "Somehow, the Earth disappeared so slowly for you that your soul had the opportunity to escape in that temporal crack," the Grand Elder Guru would explain. "I still don't understand anything," Goku would laugh. "It doesn't matter. What matters is that you know that now you have another opportunity, but you can't return anything you've already lived unless you repeat your steps. But you already disappeared to Frieza," the Grand Elder Guru would say. "I know. I'm sorry for my children who will not be born," Goku would say. "Hey, I understood that you used a technique to change the appearance of your age. They could rejuvenate when they proposed it." "Yes, that's right. But you won't want to rejuvenate. Your body is a child's," the Yardrat would answer. "No, on the contrary. I need you to make my body adult," Goku would ask. The Grand Elder Guru would be thoughtful before answering. "Do you understand that that would be cutting your life?" the Yardrat would ask. "I know, but this body is very small. I don't get used to it. Besides, in this way, I can't use the ki of a god," Goku would explain. Okay, if you ask, I can't deny it. After all, you defeated the subject that invaded us in the future for what you say. The Grand Elder Guru smiled. The Grand Elder Guru would put his hand on Goku's head. After saying a few words in a strange dialect, Goku's body would light up and grow rapidly to its adult form. Ready, as you asked, the Yard Rat would say. Goku would realize that his body was already adult, but he had the clothes of Frieza's army. Could you change my outfit? Goku would ask. Goku would explain what the outfit he wore before returning in time was like, and the Yard Rat would make his classic uniform look like it. And now what will you do? The Yard Rat would ask. I have many things to do. I must attend to various matters on Earth, but I will also have to visit the God of Destruction, Goku would say. But first, Goku would move several meters away from the Grand Elder Guru, raising his ki, managing to transform into Super Saiyan God and then into Super Saiyan Blue. So that's the energy of a god, the Yard Rat would say, amazed. Isn't that great? Goku would say, happy. Very good, Goku, but keep something in mind, he warned the Grand Elder Guru by deepening his tone of voice. The bad things that happen to us in life tend to strengthen us. Keep that in mind now that you are making changes. If you do many positive things, it is possible that other evils will arise, and those around you will not be able to face them. Try to be wise, the Grand Elder Guru would say. Don't worry, I'm clear, Goku would answer. Goku would travel the planet Earth, where he would be left alone for a while. He studied seriously what steps he should take, and above all, what he would do against Grand Priest, since he knew that he was responsible. Now that I think about it, there is a possibility that Grand Priest does not destroy Earth, but it may also be that Zeno-sama destroys most universes, since it was his plan before the Tournament of Power. Goku meditated. Heavens, this is very complex. I don't know what decision to make, who to go to or what to do, Goku would say to himself. Goku would finally decide. Of the people I could trust, I only had Whis. I have to talk to Whis. I can trust him, but even so, I must show him that I am not an enemy of Grand Priest, since it is about his father, Goku would think. Goku would look for Whis' ki, which would not be difficult for him. On the contrary, he would use teleportation to reach the planet of Beerus. Whis would call Goku. The angel would turn with a strange, serious look. He observed Goku carefully. How do you know my name? Whis would ask. I don't know you. Let's say I come from the future, Goku would say with laughter. A time traveler, Whis would say by throwing a threatening look. I guess I should finish you. No, Whis, wait! I did not travel in time, Goku would say. And Whis would point at Goku with his staff. I notice in you an unusual power that compares to that of gods. He has come to this planet saying my name. I do not trust someone like you, Whis would say. It is not that I came from the future. It is that I was reborn with my remembrances and powers, but as someone destroyed the Earth while I was in the room of time, I would try to tell Goku until the angel would interrupt him. Ah! I see. Distortion in space-time? The angel smiled. Anyway, I have to eliminate you. Wait, Whis, what's wrong with you? Goku would ask. You are someone who is experiencing a series of events in advance. Although you are not a time traveler, you are someone who can alter the order of things. Oh, I don't understand any of those things. I came to you so you could give me your advice, Goku would say. Advice, Whis would ask when lowering the guard. That's right. I'm aware of many things that will develop, and when I go back, I don't know how to leave everything as it was. It's very complicated to explain. I need a lot of time to do it, Goku would say. Vedas would arrive. I had important news. Brother, I hope I don't interrupt, Vedas would say. Oh, don't worry. It's nothing I can't solve later, Whis would say after sighing. Your god of destruction has stepped in, Vedas would say, something furious. What has Mr. Beerus done now? Whis would ask. It turns out that Zeno was playing hide-and-seek with the gods of destruction, and the very good Beerus hid in a planet where he slept, Vedas would explain.
Zeno was about to destroy the 12 universes, since he was very bored for not finding Beerus. I remember that. They had explained it to me before the power tournament. Goku would say. Power tournament, Whis would ask. I'm sorry, I forgot that didn't happen yet. Goku would laugh. Does it come from the future? Vedas would ask, surprised. No, they just exploited a time room while I was inside, Whis would say. I understand, Vedas would answer. So you come with memories of a possible future? Well, something like that, Goku would answer. And have you already made changes? Vedas would seriously ask. Well, not so much changes as saying changes, no, but let's say yes, Goku would say, embarrassed. Why didn't you kill him yet? Vedas would ask Whis. Oh, I don't know. He started talking to me, and I liked it, Whis would answer. Hello, Vedas. You look just like I remember you, Goku would greet. Beerus would arrive. He looked pretty bad-tempered. Who is that mortal? Beerus would ask, something annoying. Mr. Beerus, he is someone who came from the future and was reborn with his memories, the angel would answer. If that's true, we have to finish him, Beerus would say when creating a Hakai ball. Wait, Beerus, I have a warning for you, Goku would say. Warning? Beerus would ask, confused. The universe 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11 are in danger of being eliminated by Zeno, Goku would warn. Did that happen in reality? Vedas would ask. No, because I managed to avoid it, and I have enough time to do it now, Goku would explain. How can I trust an unknown that I just met? Beerus would ask, furious when throwing a threatening look. You'll have to do it and get to work. The life level of these universes are below average, Goku would say. Especially Universe 7. If they don't work hard, Zeno will finish them. Zeno almost finished the 12 universes because of Mr. Beerus, Vedas would say. That won't happen for now, I swear. Enough, Beerus would say, screaming. We don't know him. We don't know if he's telling the truth or trying to manipulate us. Come on, Beerus, don't be so stubborn, Goku would say, complaining about the god of destruction. You just called me stubborn, Beerus would say, when increasing his ki. Goku would be on guard when feeling the hostility in the god of destruction. Beerus would throw a Hakai ball at Goku, but this would cover his arm with energy and reject the Hakai. It looks like he has already fought someone who has used the Hakai, Whis would say. This guy is a danger to the 12 universes, Beerus would say, furious when throwing himself at Goku. Beerus would come with a fist bump to Goku, who would throw him several meters away. Goku would stand up with some difficulty. Damn, although I fought against Beerus, he never took it seriously. Now he will kill me if he proposes it. Goku would think that while he doubted. He was not sure if he could defeat the god of destruction Beerus with his current powers. Beerus would be very angry and would throw himself at Goku. Both would exchange blows mutually. What do you think of all this? Beerus would ask. I don't know. For now I want to see the fight, Whis would answer. Beerus would connect several attacks one after another, without Goku being able to defend himself. Even so, Beerus was surprised by Goku's resistance. Something tells me you're not fighting seriously, Beerus would say, attentive. You're right, but then I don't want regrets, Goku would answer. Goku would begin to increase his ki until reaching the transformation of Super Saiyan Blue. Both Vados and Whis would be amazed, especially Beerus. They had realized that Goku could use the ki of a god, but how? Furious Beerus would ask. "This is thanks to you, since we fought on a planet called Earth," Goku would say. "Thanks to a dream you had with the appearance of the Super Saiyan god. It was that you came to Earth to claim it, and we created it for you," Goku would explain. "None of what you say makes sense," irritated Beerus would answer. "I find it very funny that you say it," Goku laughed. "To the Beerus that I met, I never saw him fight seriously. I hope you give me this opportunity." Beerus would go to Goku at great speed. Both would brush their hands forcibly. "It is an insult to the gods that a mortal can use the ki of a god," furious Beerus would say. "Stop complaining, you get annoying," impatient Goku would say. Beerus would hold Goku by the neck with great force, and he would scream very close to his face. "I am the god of destruction, and if you know me, you owe me respect," Beerus would scream. Goku would take Beerus off and pull him out of one of his ears. "Do not scream at me!" Goku would scream in Beerus's ear. "They both look very childish," Vados would say, laughing. "That seems..." Whis would answer with laughter. Beerus would move several meters away from Goku. He would join his hands to accumulate energy and throw a ki beam. The attack went directly to Goku, but he would extend his hands supporting the attack. "You are a very persistent scoundrel," Beerus would say. "Kaioken!" Goku would scream, increasing his ki wildly. After using the Kaioken, Goku would manage to deflect Beerus's attack without difficulty. A technique that increases his power at the cost of his energy. "Interesting, something primitive, but interesting," Whis would appreciate. "Don't think with those cheap tricks you'll be able to beat me," Beerus would say. "Mr. Beerus," Whis will call. "Keep silent, I'm in the middle of a fight," Beerus would answer, angry. "Mr. Beerus, please pay attention to me," the angel would ask. "I told you not to bother. I don't care what happens. I will not stop this fight for anything in the world," furious god of destruction would say. "Mr. Beerus," the Grand Priest's voice would be heard, since he had arrived but had not yet realized. "What is it?" Beerus would ask, before realizing that it was the Supreme Priest. "Great Supreme Priest," Beerus would say, terrified when making a reverence. "And what did he say that wouldn't stop this fight for anything in the world?" Whis was mocked. Goku would seriously observe the Grand Priest. He felt a great hatred for him. "I think I see a familiar face," Grand Priest would say with a subtle smile. "What did you just say?" Goku furiously would ask. Everyone else was terrified by how Goku was addressing the Supreme Priest. "I think your student is a bit rude," Grand Priest would say to the God of Destruction. "Excuse him, please. He's stupid. He's tired because I'm training him," Beerus would say. "Please excuse him." "Train me?" Goku would ask when removing his transformation. "I just came to warn you about that mistake we just made thanks to you," Grand Priest furiously would say to Beerus. "Great Supreme Priest, I beg you to excuse me. I will do whatever it takes to amend my mistake," Beerus would say, sorry. "Not showing up before Zeno for a long time will be enough," Grand Priest would say. And something else. Grand Priest's eyes would shine. A flash of ki would attack Beerus, throwing him several meters away. Beerus would stand up seriously injured. That's so he remembers not to make the same mistake again. "The other gods of destruction made a lot of effort to please Zeno, Grand Priest would say. "I never saw the Supreme Priest demonstrate his power. With what he did now, I could only verify that his level is out of our imagination," Goku would think. Grand Priest would approach Goku. He would analyze him carefully as he observed him from top to bottom. "Are you sure we don't know each other?" Grand Priest would ask. "No, sir," Goku would answer seriously. Vados and Whis would watch. They had instantly understood Goku's reaction, but they wouldn't say anything. "I hope my warning has been clear," Grand Priest would say before retiring. Whis and Vados would approach Goku. They looked very upset with him. "You're going to have to give us some explanations, young man," Vados Furioso would say. "Here's something else. You know the Supreme Priest," Whis would say, upset. Goku was getting uncomfortable, since he knew it was Grand Priest who destroyed the Earth,
but he understood that it wouldn't come out well if his own children told him. "Damn, I don't even know what to say," Goku would say. "Why don't you talk?" Vados would ask, upset. "What do you want me to tell you? I know Grand Priest and Zeno. In fact, he was a very good friend of Zeno," Goku would explain. "We could read your hatred for the Supreme Priest. Anyway, if you try anything against him, you will be harmed," Whis would say. "The Supreme Priest is the most powerful being among the 12 universes. He is 9 times stronger than Zeno himself, only he doesn't have the ability to disappear a universe with just wishing for it. Although, if he wanted to, he could perfectly. Only it would take him some time," Vados would explain. "Hey, I got it. Don't pressure me. I just came to ask for advice from an angel. I have saved the Universe 7 on several occasions. Only having defeated Frieza now, things will be different and I need your guidance," Goku would say. "How did you kill Frieza?" Furiosa would ask. "Frieza was about to destroy the planet Vegeta, where I come from. I had done it before I would relive my memories. I stopped it just in time," Goku would explain. "So you're a Saiyan?" Beerus would say seriously. "Of course I'm a Saiyan. I thought you had already realized. By the way, my name is Goku," Goku would say. "What you don't know is that Mr. Beerus was the one who ordered Frieza to destroy the planet Vegeta," Whis would say. Goku was surprised. Beerus was the reason why his parents had died. "That can't be true," Goku would say. "The Saiyans are a very wild race. I told Frieza to exterminate them," Beerus would say. "You're a bastard, Beerus," Goku Furious would say as he increased his ki. 1,000 years ago, a Saiyan named Yamoshi achieved great power. Thanks to that, about 20 planets were destroyed. "I don't want to repeat that episode again," Beerus would say. "We spent so much time together. We were trained by you and Whis all this time without knowing that you were the true killer of our race," Goku would say that, very furious. "Wow, it looks like someone is getting angry," Beerus smiled. Goku would hit Beerus surprisingly, throwing him several meters away. "How dare you?" Beerus, furious, would ask. Beerus would try to attack Goku, but one of his ribs would ring. "Beerus," would say. Grand Priest's attack would have left him in a very bad state. "I won't eliminate you right now because I'm very weak," Beerus would say in pain. "I have to be smart. If I kill Beerus now, I'll beat all the gods against me, even Grand Priest," Goku would think. "I'd better pretend nothing happened. But I warn you, Beerus, get away from the planet Vegeta," Goku would say. "Hey, don't you dare threaten me. If I didn't tell you who you were to the Supreme Priest, it's because I have a fight pending with you," Beerus would answer. "Better shut up. After all, you're a damn coward," Goku would say when he disappeared with the teleportation. "What do you think of all this, brother?" Curious Vados would ask. "I'm afraid I'm starting to believe what were the reasons why he was reborn with his memories. Surely a god exterminated him because he was a mortal among the gods that caused problems," Beerus would say seriously. "Mr. Beerus, it will be better if you reflect on all this. You will have a real enemy with whom to fight in the future," Beerus warned. "Not at all. That a mortal can use the ki of a god does not make him a dangerous being. He could never against me," Beerus smiled. "Well, see that according to him, you have been trained by us. Do not underestimate your power and start training. Otherwise, I'll have to tell everything to Zeno-sama." He threatened Whis. "You wouldn't be able to betray me that way," furious Beerus would say. "Well, put me to the test," Whis would smile in a sinister way. Meanwhile, Goku had just arrived to the planet Vegeta to see his parents. "Father, Mother, I'm back," Goku would say seriously. "Kakarot?" Ginny would ask. "It can't be that it's you. I'm sorry, I forgot that I asked to be made adult." Goku laughed. "Is it really you, son?" Bardock would ask. "Of course it's me. I'm just like you." Goku smiled. "Then I will explain everything in more detail, and they will know why such strange things are happening. But first of all, I need to gather all the Saiyans. We face a threat worse than Frieza. What could be more terrifying than Frieza himself?" Ginny would ask. "The gods," Goku would answer. "What do you mean by the gods?" Bardock would ask, confused. "Gods of destruction, gods of creation, angels and other supreme gods," Goku would say. "From now on, I will train the Saiyans. We will be the most powerful race and we will rule." Hours later, little Vegeta would come to meet Goku. He came from a planet that he had just conquered before Frieza died. "So you are Kakarot," little Vegeta would say. "What happened to you that you grew up so fast? Are you something like a mutant? Tell me, Prince Vegeta, what about your father, King Vegeta?" Goku would ask, and Vegeta looked furious. "He was killed by Frieza, and you took the opportunity to avenge me," Vegeta would say when he threw himself at Goku. "You have the pride of a Saiyan that I have always admired." Goku smiled. "I don't need your words of comfort," Vegeta would say, furious. "No, what you need is more power, because now you will be King Vegeta," Goku would say. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta would fly several meters for the energy expansion. "What is that?" Vegeta would ask, terrified. "This is the form of Super Saiyan Blue. It is one of many, but the most powerful," Goku would explain. "You can also have this power. As a matter of fact, I'm going to train you to have this key, the key of the gods." "That's not possible," the little Vegeta would say. "It is. With this power, I managed to rival Beerus, the god of destruction." "Beerus?" Vegeta would scream. Vegeta would remember Beerus on a visit he made recently, where he had tortured his father. Beerus ordered Frieza to destroy the planet Vegeta. "I need you to be strong to protect it. There are beings even more powerful than the god of destruction," Goku would say. At that moment, Beerus would observe the planet Vegeta from Beerus's binoculars. "What a problem," Beerus would say. "That damn Saiyan." Beerus, furious, would say, "If I remember correctly, I have told you that it's not good to delegate responsibilities. That's why I didn't like that Frieza," Beerus would say. "Now I'll take care of it myself, and that and all the Saiyans will die." Beerus saw everything that was happening on the planet Vegeta through Beerus's binoculars. The god of destruction was very angry. He was starting to hate the Saiyans and wanted to disappear them all.
Goku would be preparing the Saiyan people. He was training them to be even stronger. After a few days, he would travel to the Kami Temple on Earth. Kami was surprised, since Goku appeared out of nowhere with the teleportation. "But where did you come from?" Kami would ask. "I'm sorry to bother you, Kami. I need to take something," Goku would say. Goku would enter the palace as if nothing. "Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?" Kami would ask while following Goku. Goku would reach the Room of Time. He would put a hand on it. "I'm sorry, I need the Room of Time," Goku would say. "I promise to come in a couple of years and defeat Piccolo," Goku would say before leaving with the Room of Time. "How do you know Piccolo?" Kami would ask. Goku would return to the planet Vegeta with the Room of Time. "Son, what is that?" Jin would ask in amazement. "This is the Room of Time. It is where I was at the time of being destroyed," Goku would say. "Why did you bring it?" Bardock would ask. "I want Vegeta to train inside. He has a lot of potential." "You will also train. I will make you very powerful warriors," Goku would explain. "Now I want you to please build something that covers it. I need the Room of Time to be under protection." "Do not worry, son," We will take care of everything, Jinnei smiled. Now that I eliminated Frieza and changed the fate of Universe 7, I just have to be stronger than before and face my enemies. I can no longer replicate what I lived, Goku would think. I'm sorry for Gohan and Goten. They will not exist. Goku would train little Vegeta for a few days. I would teach him the basics so that he could enter only the room of time. Very good. This is where you will train alone, Goku would say. You will not come with me? Vegeta would ask. No, first you have to reach me. Also, I cannot leave the planet Vegeta for so long. Even if it is only one day, I could not defend it from Vils, Goku would explain. Vegeta would open the door of the room of time. Remember that in there, the temperatures are extreme and the gravity increased. Resist everything you can, but come out alive. Goku would say, I will be stronger than you, and I will surpass you. Little Vegeta would answer before entering the room of time. Goku would say, Nappa would arrive since he had been called by Goku. Mr. Kakarot, they told me you were looking for me, Nappa would say. I have a mission for you, Goku would say. Goku would support his hand on Nappa's shoulder and send him to Earth. Where are we? Nappa would ask. This is planet Earth, Goku would say. Goku would take Nappa's tail and cut it off. But what are you doing? Nappa would say furiously. I'm sorry, sir. No problem if you get angry, Goku would laugh. Here you have a special mission. It will be to take care of this planet instead of destroying it. Does it have a great value to sell it? Nappa would ask curiously. It has a sentimental value. Take care of it, and you are forbidden to hurt the living beings here, Goku would order. Okay, Nappa would answer. By the way, I cut your tail because here is a full moon every 28 days. I know you can control yourself, even if you transform into Great Ape, but I prefer that you do not attract attention, Goku would say. At one point, both Goku and Nappa saw Son Gohan walking in the distance. And please, take care of that old man with your life, Goku would ask. Okay, I'll do it with pleasure, Nappa would say. Wow, here gravity is very light. Meanwhile, Beerus was training hard, since Whis had threatened him that if he did not, he would accuse him with Zeno. It's amazing what Mr. Beerus can achieve when he feels pressured, Whis would think. After several hours, Beerus would go to rest. He had been training for 3 days without rest. Vitos would call Whis through his binoculars. Sister, good that you call, Whis would say. It's not to greet you that I call. I wanted to know what happened with that Goku, Vitos would ask. Well, we have not had any more news yet. We only know that he is training the Saiyans, Whis would say. Mr. Champa does not consider the Saiyans of Universe 6 dangerous, so he keeps them under observation for the moment, Vitos would say. But the Saiyans of Universe 7 are very wild. What is Mr. Beerus waiting for to exterminate them? Don't worry, sister. As soon as I finish resting, we will go there. He has trained very hard and has achieved good results, Whis would explain. After several hours, Beerus would wake up terrified. He had had that vision with the Super Saiyan God. My dream is him, Beerus would say terrified. That Goku was right. I had the dream he told me. I have to finish him anyway, Beerus would think. Beerus would look for Whis, in a hurry, to tell him what he had dreamed. Whis, I saw it. The dream he told me was true, Beerus would say. And that what? It is normal that he dreams something of what he told him, the angel would say, without much emotion. This is different. My dreams are not mistaken. He will give me a worthy fight, so I will train even harder and I will beat him. 10 days would pass while Goku trained the other Saiyans. He had achieved in a short time that many of them became Super Saiyans. It is incredible what a warrior race can become with someone who guides them. If I keep the Saiyans on a good path, they will take care of peace in Universe 7, Goku would think. Goku would feel Whis' ki and Beerus approaching in the distance. Quick, run away, Goku would order. Jinnei was there. She looked very worried. Son, what is going on? Jinnei would ask Mose. Mother, you have to leave here. Beerus is on his way. Make sure nothing happens to the room of time. How long has the young Vegeta been in there? How will we know if he did not die there? Bardock would ask. It must take about 10 days, but don't worry. The Room of Time has infinite food. As long as he has food and a place to rest, he will be fine, Goku would answer. All the Saiyans would leave Goku alone, and Beerus and Whis would finally arrive. Goku would watch Beerus closely. I can see that it is not the same Beerus that came a few days ago, Goku would think carefully. Beerus would slowly approach Goku. He looked very confident. I have come to finish that fight that we started before, Beerus would say with a sinister smile. Well, here I am. Don't think that I have been left with my arms crossed, Goku would say seriously. Once I finish with you, I will eliminate all the Saiyans, even the Earth, Beerus threatened while Goku looked furious. Did you hear, Goku? Beerus would ask. Don't tell me Goku. My name is Kakarot, Goku would answer. Whatever, Beerus would answer. Goku and Beerus would raise their ki to the maximum to fight seriously from the beginning. Goku would logically turn into Super Saiyan Blue. Both would start fighting hard, but Goku would have some difficulties. He noticed that Beerus's movements were precise and accurate. Damn, it's strong, Goku would think. Beerus would attack with a series of quick blows one after another. Goku was limited to defending himself by the speed of the attacks. After several seconds, Beerus would connect a blow to Goku's chest, canceling his guard. Thus, he would manage to knock him down by connecting several blows one after another, disappearing block by block.
Disappointing, Beerus would say. Damn, Beerus, I see that you have trained. Goku would say furiously. You should not underestimate the power of a god. Beerus would say seriously. Now I will finish you, Goku would say. Beerus would throw a ki beam. Goku would reject the ki attack with a punch. I didn't say it was over, Goku would say annoyingly. Listen to me well, Beerus. We Saiyans do not give up so easily. The stronger the opponent, the stronger we become, Goku would explain. Goku would throw everything against Beerus. He would throw a punch, but Beerus would receive the attack in his hand. Beerus would smile with great confidence and hit Goku in the middle of the chest with his elbow. Goku would put his eyes in white due to the direct impact, while his body was about to fall. I thought you could offer me some more entertainment, but I see that I was wrong, Beerus would say by releasing Goku. Goku would begin to fall to the ground. Kakarot! Jinny would scream from afar, since he was watching the fight. Goku would open his eyes to see his mother in tears. Mother, what are you doing here? Goku would say from afar. But she didn't listen to him, since he spoke in a low voice. Beerus, watching Jinny, would throw a ki beam straight at Jinny. No! Goku would scream just before falling to the ground. Bardock would throw himself at Jinny at the right time. Kakarot had saved her from Beerus's attack, although the Kia's beam had hit her foot, completely undoing it. Bardock, honey, you're badly wounded, Jinny would say, worried. We have to get out of here. We'll only get in the way, Bardock would say, in pain. Those garbage were saved by little, Beerus would say when preparing a new attack towards Bardock and Jinny. Enough! Goku would scream furiously, unleashing a ki storm. What is that? Beerus would ask, noticing the increase of ki in Goku. Goku, from one moment to the next, would get in front of Beerus. He would hold him by his wrist, interrupting his attack. I won't allow anyone to hurt my family, Goku, possessed by hatred, would say. Goku would connect 3 precise punches to Beerus's stomach, and then he would throw him to the ground with a hammer blow. Once Beerus would hit the ground, Goku would attack with a rain of ki balls. Beerus would create an energy barrier just in time. Thus, he would be able to protect himself from the ki balls. Not bad, but it's still not enough, Beerus would say as he rose slowly. Goku and Beerus would approach each other. Both would begin to struggle by holding hands. Even so, Beerus had a slight advantage. Even if you are very strong, even if you use the ki of a god, you will never be one. "I won't allow you to enter the land of the gods," Beerus would say seriously. Beerus would connect a knee blow to Goku's stomach, and so he would be able to take it off. A strange key would interrupt the fight. Both Goku and Beerus had felt it. Vegeta had just left the interior of the Room of Time. In an instant, he would appear in the fight. He looked adult since he had been 10 whole days in the Room of Time, the equivalent of 10 years. "Is that Prince Vegeta?" Beerus would ask, surprised. "Vegeta, at first glance, the increase in your power is noticeable," Goku would say. "Frieza killed my father, but I understand that it was your servant," Vegeta would tell Beerus. "And what about this?" Beerus would ask. "I will avenge my father's death, finishing you," Vegeta would say. Vegeta would raise his ki to the maximum, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. "What? He can also use the ki of a god?" Beerus would ask, terrified when noticing Vegeta's great power. He knew that Vegeta could achieve it for himself. He just needed a little guidance, Goku would say proudly. "There is still a long way to go. I understand that there are more powerful gods, but you will be the first to fall." Vegeta smiled with great pride. "I am Vegeta, the king of the planet Beautiful," Vegeta would say as he threw everything towards Beerus. Beerus would receive a kick in the stomach with Vegeta's arrival. The god of destruction would be fired several meters away. "Damn Saiyans! I will finish both and all this filthy planet," Beerus threatened furiously. Goku and Vegeta would begin to attack Beerus at the same time. Now the god of destruction would be seen in great difficulty since it was difficult for him to sustain the fight. "Now!" Goku and Vegeta would scream at the same time by throwing a ki beam at Beerus at close range. What could happen now that Vegeta has obtained a power similar to Goku's? Will Beerus be able to resist Goku and Vegeta's attack at the same time? And also, will Whis intervene in the fight and help Beerus, the god of destruction? We will know all that in the next part of this theory. Friends, I hope you liked the movie of Goku Rebirth with its memories and powers. Remember that if you want to see more parts of this theory, this video has to reach 100 likes and many comments. And I will upload more parts and movies without fail. Leave your like, comment, and subscribe for more theories. See you in a next video. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, honestly, thank you. Really, thank you so much. Watching the video from start to finish helps more than most people realize. Every second you spend here supports the channel in ways that go beyond just views. It tells the platform, hey, this content is worth watching. And that gives these videos a real chance to reach more fans like you, people who genuinely enjoy theories, storytelling, and that deep dive into the Dragon Ball universe and beyond. Whether you're already subscribed or this is your very first time watching anything from this channel, I'm just grateful you stuck around. If you're not subscribed yet, I truly invite you to check out the rest of the videos I've already made. There's a whole universe here, literally. Every theory, every clash between characters, every what-if scenario, all crafted with passion and care for the worlds we love. Give them a chance. I promise, you'll find something that grabs your attention. And while we're talking about it, I want to ask you for a small favor that makes a big difference. Take a second to hit that subscribe button, if you haven't already. It's completely free and it helps more than you know. Plus, you'll never miss the next big story, theory, or battle I drop. Because trust me, what's coming next is just as epic, if not more. Also, don't forget to check out the second channel. It's linked right at the top of the video description. First link, can't miss it. That channel is where I post more exclusive content, experiments, deeper lore, or even alternate takes and extended cuts that don't always make it to the main channel. If you like what I do here, you're definitely gonna love what I'm building over there. It's like a hidden room in the Dragon Ball multiverse, full of surprises and cool side stories. So go ahead and hit that link when this video's over. Subscribing there helps this entire project grow even stronger. Now, let me take a second to talk about what it really means to make content like this. Running this channel has honestly been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done.
It's not just about uploading videos, it's about creating a space where ideas come alive, where old characters get new arcs, new transformations, and where we can all imagine what-if scenarios that take familiar stories to totally unexpected places. What I love the most is being able to blend original ideas with inspiration from other amazing creators. There are so many talented people out there telling stories, building theories, and imagining entire timelines, and I watch, listen, and learn from them all the time. But what I aim to do here is always give things a new twist, a fresh coat of paint, and a unique way of telling the story. This channel is built on taking bold concepts, like Goku facing off against Whis in a future without Beerus, or Broly tapping into divine primal instincts and bringing them to life in a way that feels cinematic, emotional, and thought-provoking. Sometimes I pull from classic manga or anime moments. Sometimes I get inspired by fan ideas or even questions I see in the comments. And sometimes, well, the concepts just pop into my head at 2 a.m. and I can't stop thinking about them until they become full-blown script videos. But no matter where the inspiration comes from, I always try to tell the story in my own voice. Whether it's through a different narration style, custom edits, dramatic pacing, or even the structure of how the characters talk, I want it to feel new, even if the idea is familiar. I'm constantly thinking about how to make things more intense, more emotional, or even more grounded. Because at the end of the day, these stories are not just about fights or transformations. They're about characters, about what drives them, about the choices they make, the pain they carry, the power they unlock, not just with their fists, but with their will. And let me tell you, reading your comments, hearing your feedback, and seeing how you react to each video, that's what keeps me going. So again, thank you for being here. Whether you're someone who watches quietly and just enjoys the ride, or someone who comments on every single upload, you're part of the story now. You're part of this universe we're building together. Every view, every like, every share, it fuels this journey and helps me bring even bigger and better videos to life. So here's what you can do to keep it going. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just click it once and you're in. Watch another video. If you like this one, there's a playlist full of similar stories waiting for you. Check out the second channel. Again, the link is right there in the description. First one, can't miss it. Go see what we've got going on over there. You won't regret it. Leave a comment. Tell me what theories you'd like to see, what characters you want to see clash, or even just what you thought about the story. I read as many as I can, and they seriously help shape future videos. Making content like this isn't easy. It takes time, energy, and tons of creativity. But it's fun, it's exciting, and most of all, it's worth it because of people like you. So let's keep going. Let's imagine. Let's ask, what if? Thank you again for watching until the end. You didn't just finish a video, you became part of a growing community of dreamers, fans, and storytellers. Until next time, stay powerful, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.